Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my god, you just went in.
So, whenever we start a marketing campaign, there is a few things that we need to have in consideration. And basically, a few of those questions we already answered. One of those is who your client is, that's why we create the persona. And then where is where you advertise, how do you advertise it. But the most important question here of all of these ones, of course it's important to know who the persona is, it's important to know who your client is. Basically, the most important one here is why. So let's break this down for a second. So starting with the what is that you offer, what is your product, what is your service. Then the who, the persona, who is your client, or the avatar, who is your client, what he does for living, stuff like that. When is the customer journey, that is this area right here that we're going to talk about in a second. And then the why, that is the objective, and that is what we'll be talking about today after talking about this. That is basically why are you doing the campaign and how you can measure if the campaign is successful or not. It's called KPI, Key Performance Indicator. How is basically your content, the message behind it, your creative, for example, how you are delivering the message, how you are delivering the ad, and then where is the platform, what is the platform that you're doing. YouTube is the platform that you're using. Are you using Facebook ads? Are you using organic reach, for example, blog posts and stuff like that? So knowing every single piece of these is really important when you start your marketing campaigns. Especially if you don't know what you're offering, then you're not selling nothing. If you don't know who your client is, then your campaign is just a waste of money. If you don't know when like on the customer basically journey, where the customer is in your journey, you are not targeting the right people at the right time. And the why, the reason that I say that the why is the most important one is because whenever you create a campaign, you need to know why you're creating, especially because of the customer journey. You need to know how you can measure it and what is the key points that you can use to measure it and what are the metrics that you can use to measure it. Now, content and the where, it really depends on who your client is. For example, if you want to target 35 to 55-year-old, Facebook is the best place to do it because nowadays millennials, for example, if you want to target 16 to 18, 16 to 25, around that, the best place to target it is Instagram because it's where the millennials usually are, is the most popular social media for a younger generation. Facebook usually for now is a much older generation in there, especially because of the stuff that are shared in Facebook and stuff like that. And then by knowing who your client is, that's why it's important to know their persona. You know the type of content that you are producing and you know the platform that you guys will advertise as well. But again, the why is extremely important and I'm going to show you why. Why the why is important. So basically, when you have a product, so you have different stages. The first one is awareness. Then, so you have awareness, you have interest, you have desire, action, and then last but not least, I'm going to put this one here. There is post-action. Now, the post-action, the reason that is here is because it's what people usually forget to do. Awareness. Let's say that you are a new brand. And that's why you need the why. One of the reasons that you need the why. Because, for example, Coca-Cola doesn't need awareness. Everyone knows who Coca-Cola is. But they still advertise for awareness. If you're a new company And again, this depends on the budget that you have, but ideally, you will spend your ad budget on awareness. And the reason for that is, if no one knows who you are, why would they buy from you? If no one knows your product, why would they buy from you? So what usually happens is people create a website and then they try to see, they leave the website there and they try to sell. If no one knows about your website, how will you sell? If you have one visit per day, just one person knows about you. If you have 400k, you have 400k potential clients. So generating awareness for a business is extremely important. What happens is, when someone knows the business, and let's say that you have the business there, you generated the awareness, right? What happens is, people will start, if it's a product that they really like, let's say that someone likes fishing, and your company sells, I don't know, like baits for fishes, and the bait that you are selling, you have like a really cool tag in the bait, like it's like no other in the market. The first step that you need to do is make people know about your store, make people know about your bait. Then, after people start knowing about you on your website, you have what makes your bait different, basically. What is in this case, it shows the offer. What are you selling? Why is it different from the other baits in the market? After that, it will generate interest. The person here is interested in the product. Is it enough for him to buy? Maybe not. So what happened here is you have an interaction with the person. So he saw your ad, he saw your video. Here he already knows you, right? He already saw your ad, saw your video. But here he maybe like saw your ad and then started to look further into what your product is. So when the customer is in the interest phase, basically is when, I'm sure that this happened with you at one point or another. You want to buy a product, you see the product for the first time, you go to the website. You look at the website and say, it's okay, it's fine. I like the product, but I'm not going to buy it now. And then later on, let's say 2 days, 1 week, a month later, you go again on the website and start looking into it. You start creating interest about the product, start looking into, maybe I should buy it. And then what happens here is usually it goes to the part of the desire. And desire is when the person, let's say that the guy loves fishing, he became interested about the product. It's like, hey, the product really is different about the rest of products in the market. Maybe I should buy it, but I'm not buying it right now. So you keep advertising to this guy, right? So you keep advertising to him, and while you are creating awareness, you're also increasing the interest of the client. After increasing the interest, what's happening is usually people get the desire phase. And desire phase is the phase that usually people cannot control. Because when a client is on the desire phase, it's that phase when you are thinking about the product and you cannot stop thinking about it until you buy it. For example, in your case right now, you are looking into buying an iPhone X. So until you buy it, you will not rest until you buy the iPhone X. For me, for example, was with Nintendo Switch. I was like months and months and months thinking about buying it, even though that was a dumb thing to buy, because I would not spend only the money on Nintendo itself, but I would have to spend money on the games as well. When it comes to the desire phase, you just don't think straight. You usually get in that area of just like, I need to get this product, I need to buy it. So once you pass the desire phase, you go to the action, and here is when the client buys. Right? So here the client took action, you have your money, your client has this product, hopefully he's happy with the product. What most people forget to do is the post-action. And the post-action is extremely important for several reasons. The post-action is what makes this client here make him come back to the store and buy from you again. Because on post-action is where you send him, for example, an email saying, hey, thank you for buying, and then later on you send him another email. For example, if he's the guy for fishing, you can send him another email saying, hey, here are some tips on how to fish. Or, hey, we have like this really cool blog post that we recorded this video of some guys like fishing and take off like a huge fish. You should watch it because I know you have interesting product. So what happened here is on the post action, you're actually engaging with the client again. It's not just like the client buy from you and then you abandon the client. It's more like the client buy from you and then you continue to deliver information and products to them. What happened in most cases is that this client will start having a connection with your company, and the initial awareness will pay off because you'll be a recurring client. You'll come back again and again and again. That's why you need to know your why. So why are you advertising? Is it to create awareness? Is it to put the client in the interest phase? Is it to take the client from the interest phase to the desire phase? Is it to make the client take action? Or are you advertising for the post action? Are you creating like an email marketing campaign, for example? What are you doing when you're creating the campaign? And for that you have what is called a KPI and metrics.